But now, back to the studio.
I'm Will Rowan, and I'm joined by Dan Black.
So my name is Dan Black. I am running because I'm aware of the university's shortfalls with the people that require additional needs. Basically, my experience is I'm current Goodrick disability officer.
Excellent, thank you for that. I'm sure you're aware that the previous disabled students officers resigned only just last month, noting several reasons for their resignation. Have those comments influenced your manifesto and your thinking in running for this position?
They haven't necessarily influenced my manifesto. I've always had the idea that I don't want to be a background character. I need to be the main character in this whole. I don't want to just be a show person. I need to portray myself as the person to go for to change things. I don't want to just be someone at the side of the campaign.
I noticed that in your slogan you say, "Let's take the dis out of disability." I'm kind of aware that to some that might frame disability in a slightly negative light.
Yeah.
Could you just explain your thinking behind the slogan?
My thinking behind that. So there's a kind of wholesome story to behind this. My grandfather, who's no longer with us, said to me when I got originally diagnosed with my hidden disability, is you need to take the dis out of disability. And I've always resonated with that in myself. So I can see why it would, to some, be seen as let's take something else. But I'm taking it from the point of view that everyone has the ability to be their best self rather than be disadvantaged by whatever, by a diagnosis, let's say.
Thank you for sharing that. Currently, you mentioned in your manifesto there's emphasis on equality and diversity as part of the role. Currently, equality and diversity training is only an optional module for PTOs. Do you think it should be compulsory?
Absolutely, 100%. Equality is something that everyone needs to strive on, and I know that this isn't specifically PTOs, but if we look at stuff like disabled students and people that require accessible needs in lectures, they're not getting the best of them. So absolutely 100% it should be compulsory. Everyone needs to be equal. Everyone needs to be fair. We need to live in a forward-thinking society rather than going backwards.
I'm talking about kind of moving forward. COVID, I think, has shown that there can be rapid changes when there's a need and a will for it. Do you think any of the changes that have been implemented during COVID should stay? For example, online lecture provision.
Online lecture provision should stay in a sense that it should be there as a backup, and it should be the exact same provision as it was during the lockdown. It shouldn't go down because lecturers do not have the time to dedicate 5 minutes out of their day to edit out a recording and make the muffle and the coughing in the background go to and fro. So I'm thinking we need to essentially keep an online provision, but also keep an in-person provision for, let's say, for people that need to go to lectures and people that don't want to stay at home all day. So we're not just wasting the time here at York and losing all our money.
Have your experiences at university, would you say, influenced your manifesto?
Absolutely, 100%. I'm lucky enough to live with some of the best people that I've ever met, and myself and them require additional leads within our lectures. And my number one point was about the discrimination we faced and lecturers not fulfilling our student support plans, and realising there's only 7 out of 300 room booking spaces for disabled students.
Thank you for joining us. We now go over to Studio Blue for our next interview.
3, 2, 1.